Hello, Rob here from Flanagan Homestead. Today I'm going to modify my irrigation system and make a change that I need due to the changing of the plants that are around the yard. And I want to encourage you can make your irrigation system so it's a little bit more versatile, and don't be afraid to change it up if your needs change. So let me show you why I need to change and what I'm going to do. This sprinkler head is a pop-up sprinkler head that used to do yard. This was all grass when the kids were younger. There's a play area. I gotta step over here so I don't get wet. Okay, so it'd water up by the pool all the way around, shoot off, but because it pops up out of the ground, it's very low to the ground. And you can see right now, it's blasting my blueberry bushes that I just propagated and tried to put in there. Also, we have the tomatoes that aren't quite growing all the way up yet, but they're going to be climbing up here. We have other plants that we plan to use which have more height. And so this sprinkler head, it is down here low and coming out with incredible pressure. This is actually doing damage to these plants. Here's a closer view of where the blueberry bush was. So over here where it's not getting hit with the sprinkler, the leaves are growing in, there's a nice new growth. And then this section right here is where the sprinkler just blasts it with great force, and the new soft leaves are getting torn apart. And so not only is it doing damage to the bush, but this is blocking it, and so we can't get water where we want. So we need to put a rise on the sprinkler and get it up in the air. So to get my height on the sprinkler, I have a sprinkler that I had for out in the pasture to get over some brush, but it's about 5.5, 6 feet tall. It's on 1-inch PVC. I just had all the adapters to fit just a standard sprinkler head on the top. On the bottom, it was designed to have a hose come in laying horizontal across the ground and then go upright. But this is going to go into my in-ground sprinkler system. So I'm going to just simply cut this off here. I'm going to leave just enough so that if I decide that I need to glue this back on for a hose, I could fit a fitting over the end there. Okay, so we cut this off, and now I have a 1-inch with a 3/4 inch thread which will fit into the standard irrigation system, and I'll just screw it down in where the sprinkler head was. So let's go ahead and glue this together. Hold that on for a second, let the glue start to harden. So here's my adapted PVC pipe that was a pasture sprinkler on the other side of the creek canyon there. I do have the 3/4 inch threaded on the bottom. Knowing that that is what was in here, we're going to see if we can be lucky enough that it goes as easily as I hope. But if we just screw this sprinkler head out, hopefully we can get it out. It's pretty snug in there. Hopefully we can get it. I'm going to try to do this without any digging. We'll see if I get lucky enough. Oh, it's more turns than I thought. Come on. All right. It's screwed on out. Hopefully I could just set this right back in there and thread this one in, knowing that it's 3/4 inch. Now, a lot of times when you're doing plumbing inside your house or whatnot, you'll want to put Teflon tape or pipe dope to prevent a leak. But as tight as this is going to screw in, it might drip 1 or 2 drops a minute. And the goal is to put water on the ground out here anyway. So it's not like water getting free inside your house. So I'm not worried about Teflon tape or anything like that. All right, so now this is not going to stand up by itself very well. I could put dirt there. Also, this is schedule 20 PVC. I probably should have done just standard schedule 40, a little bit stiffer, but I did bring out a T-post knowing that I'm going to want to firm this up. It's going to lean because I have a pivot head inside there, but I'm going to pound this T-post in right next to it, and then I'm going to zip tie it to it, and then that'll give us a nice sturdy sprinkler head. I'll put it just to the side, make sure I'm not hitting any piping. And here we go. My father-in-law built the heaviest fence post pounder in the world. I'll be using that today. I need it a little bit lower. Right now, I want it to be just below where it's going to affect the controls on switching the sprinkler heads back side to side. So I need to go about another inch or two, which one good pound here will take care of that. Well, it took more than took care of that. And so now I can fit that right into the T-post to give it some strength. Gonna zip tie this on. Put it on a couple places to make it strong. Let's make this so it's going to spray away from me when I turn it on. All right, let's go ahead and turn the valve back on and see if it works. Voila! Very easily clearing the blueberries and the tomatoes. I can still water everything. Still have adjustments to make this go wider or shorter. Okay, so you can see with my new riser, it easily clears the taller plants that we put in here alongside the yard that used to all be grass. This, you did see me turn the valve on and off, but that's part of my plan. This is on a time zone that goes every morning, but I had a friend that encouraged me to create my irrigation system in a way that is flexible. So on this same timer that this is going, I have a sprinkler out here in the pasture, keeping the grass growing out in the pasture. Both of these will turn on at the same time. Sometimes it's running off in the pasture there. I do have a quick connect right here, and that allows right here on the hose here, and then sometimes I connect it to this sprinkler to do other parts of the yard. Right, here's another example of a sprinkler I have on a riser. This is a 10-foot leaded pipe onto a wood post. Our original garden was down here, but it is, whoa, I'm getting wet. It's getting shaded now because the trees have grown so much over the years that we've been here. And we've been moving our garden from here up the hill a little bit. We've been building terraced walls, and we've got all kinds of vegetables and whatnot up here. But this sprinkler will get both the lower garden and spray up over the top of our strawberries, our raspberries, our vegetables, our beans, our blueberries up top, and everything else. Well, there you have it. I guess today's message was, one, create your permanent irrigation system so it has some flexibility. You can turn on and off different parts of a single zone and move sprinklers around. And two, even though it's a permanent irrigation system, don't be afraid to modify it as your needs change. Make a change and keep your things growing. And as always, thanks for joining me on the Flanagan Homestead, where Christmas trees are my business, teaching and cleaning horticulture is my job, and outdoor projects are my passion. Hope to see you again soon. Be blessed, everyone.